Hello and welcome to Gemma's Window. If you have followed the calculations in the information from the information box below or jumped onto my website at gemmaswindow@gmail.com and concluded you're a power year number 2, then you're at the right place. Hi, twos. It's March 2021. Let's take a look at business, let's take a look at love, and then let's take a look at any question at all that you have. Now, as I shuffle for our first question, or first answer, let me review what these numbers mean. So if you're a power year number 2, 2 is a big year of commitment or breakup. So when it comes to relationships, it can be a make it or break it kind of year for you. And it also is a great year to plan a family. It also is a year where surprises might come your way or sudden windfalls. It's also a year where you may be challenged a lot with situations where you become the peacemaker, or you have to learn to become the peacemaker, or not so volatile in a particular situation. Now, in this month of 5, 5 represents changes. It can represent travel, adventure. It also represents communication. So you might find that you have something that you want to write, or that you're asked to write something, to do a speech of some kind, just plain old communicating with relationships, going on. There certainly might be an adventure in store for you. So let's take a look at our twos who are working, and then we'll take a look at our twos who are looking for work in this month of 5. Now, this month of changes, that can be the universe changing things up for you, or it can be your choice. But when it's a 5, it's like a jackpot of what's it going to be. So let's take a look, twos, at, for those of you who are working, it looks as though after some tough times, after perhaps a particular issue or a particular comment maybe you heard from someone about yourself that maybe wasn't too flattering, or maybe it was flattering, and yet the way they said it made you question yourself, into a better time of, okay, you're feeling better now. You're feeling more like your old self, like you're doing a decent job. You're coming into that for this month of March. And then it turns into, okay, I feel like you're going to be able to possibly win over someone in the workplace that you didn't feel as confident leading before, or giving your information to, or advice. It looks to me like it's smoother sailing. And this can also indicate that someone who was causing problems has been moved to a different department, or a new manager has come on, where you're feeling more yourself, like you can be more yourself, that you're more respected, and you can move on to make choices at the workplace that you think are beneficial for the workplace. So there's some kind of switch going on in this month of March where I feel like you're going to feel more in control and more positive. Okay, so for our twos who are looking for work in this month of 5, it looks as though you had some good news perhaps, or potential for a very good lead, and now there's this delay. But whatever the delay is, whether it's your choice or their choice, it's just a delay, and it is going to come back around. Now, what's coming into being is the Magician card, which is a great, great card. It's, you pulling the rabbit out of the hat, you making it work, you bringing it all together. It also can be the beginning of a new frontier for you. All of those things play nicely with the other cards here that you have, twos, for this month of March, this month of 5. So that's good. All right, let's take a look at romance if you are a power year number 2, and let's shuffle. Let's take a look at for those of you who are in a relationship, and then we'll take a look for those of you who are looking. Okay, twos. Okay. So you're in this month of fives, twos, and that can mean change, something, unexpected comes about, and that's also your power year 2. And just taking my time here. Okay, so for those of you who are in a relationship, it looks as though you were doing okay with whatever. So when you think of your relationship, if you think about, has there been a conflict of any kind? It looks as though in your cards that you were making some progress in this area, or you felt hopeful that, okay, I think we're going to be able to work this out. And I don't know if it's an incident with money, but there seems to be an incident of loss. And the card usually means material things or finance. And it certainly can represent a different kind of loss because we're doing a romantic reading. But for some of you in a relationship, you may not be able to pay your rent, and both of you have to move back home. And that's what I feel like we have here. Like you said, you feel abandoned in a way, because maybe it also has to do with if someone doesn't take a bigger territory, or a different office, they could lose their job, and then that shakes up the relationship that you're in because they're not around anymore, or something along those lines. So it looks like there's some rocky road there going on for some of you in a relationship with some kind of sudden change or loss in this month of March. For twos that are looking for a relationship, again, this is a romantic year. It looks as though some helpful friends or someone in the know is going to reach out and help you find a date or get back together with someone and patch things up from the past. It's just to have patience, and to have patience that it's going to work out. This can also be that, let's just say you're on a dating site and you've got, 3 to 4 potential suitors on the dating site. It's to be very patient with it, to don't blow it off, don't get attempt not to blow it off, attempt not to get overwhelmed, because it is a lot of work to weed through and to figure out who you like, and do you really want to go on 4 different dates? I mean, when you can tell in the first 10 minutes whether this is somebody you really want to get to know. I know it's very tiring, but it looks as though that there's work to be done before you meet that person or it falls into place for you. So keep on plugging along. And it also, you've got the universe and or your, friends or associates on the side trying to help you get some love at this point in the year, this month. So let's take a look, twos, at if you have a question, and you can ask again about work, or you can ask about romance again, anything that you want. And we want to know what's the best outcome we can expect for this situation for our twos at this time. All right, let's see. All right, get your questions ready. The more specific your question is, the more specific you can tweak my answer to be. Okay, so we have some sort of a new relationship here. So In this month of 5, it looks as though there's a new relationship with someone or something that's coming your way. But you've got some fancy footwork you've got to do first before this new relationship with whatever it is. Maybe it's a new relationship with a new job, but somehow it comes with its issues. Now, let's just say somebody comes into your life, you really like them, and you don't know whether to break up with the person that you've been seeing. And so you're kind of keeping this new person at bay, trying to stall while you're figuring out what to do with the person that you've been seeing. It's that type of a situation, I feel. And then what it leads to is it doesn't move quickly for you. It doesn't move quickly. So if this situation, this scenario sounds familiar to you, I feel like it doesn't move quickly because I feel like you aren't moving quickly. So the universe is trying to change something up for you in this month and give you opportunities for growth or to add on to your life, and you're not sure, it looks like, what to do with it and decide, well, I think I'll just hang out and take things slowly. So we'll leave it at that for you, twos, and that's an interesting month, and I'd love to hear about some of your situations and how the reading applies to them. If I can answer any questions for you, please just jump onto my website, again, at gemmaswindow@gmail.com. And also, if you haven't subscribed, please do. Okay, twos, we'll catch you next time. Bye for now.